Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be board number 56 from Opening Tabia by Grandmaster Xiangqi and Master Wenqing. Again, I'd like to express my thanks for allowing me to use their material to do these videos. And I'm sorry about the delay for the past 2 months because the site broke down and I went to a lot to try to save it. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, screen house defense, P3+1 variation, P3+1, red goes for the edge horse, and P1+1, so far so good. Now we will come to the turning point in this board as red chooses a new way of attack by playing the 5-6 cannons. By moving the cannon over here, red hopes to control this file early in the game, but unfortunately this move has been criticized in the past as it lacked a clear target of attack, and as with most 5-6 cannons games, the pace will slow down considerably and it will be much more of a tactical battle on the board. Although red's formation is very agile, very steadfast, his direction of attack or his targets of attack will not be clear, and this opening system by red has been criticized as being overly cautious, overly quiet, and lacking much in offensive power. Seeing that red played c8 equals to 6, black would usually play c8 plus 2. Now the idea would be to prevent the chariot from developing, because if red did so, black would play h3 plus 2, the cannon will be protecting the horse, and thus red cannot develop the chariot. Now this is a very firm counter. This would also be the position of discussion in this board. Now faced with this situation, we would have h6 plus c6 plus 4 and p5 plus 1 as the two major variations for discussion. But before we continue, this is a good idea. Now some might wonder, would play h3 plus 2 be a good idea? The answer will be no. The main reason is because of the cannon over here, because red can play c6 plus 3 to try to shoo away the black horse. And once the horse is on the edge file, it cannot do much, and red will be able to develop his chariot nicely. So this is one of the ideas behind this 5-6 cannons. So now let us go to variation A, whereby c6 plus 4 is played. Now this is a slightly integrated concept of the 5-8 cannons, but red would have used up extra move to move the cannon to this file. But fortunately for red, black's cannon was over here, so this would more or less weaken the position of the pieces over here. So usually a prophylactic move would be played, e7 plus 5, so that red would be discouraged from capturing the pawn because there will be no more elephant to attack. 6 is equals to 3, red does so in any way, p1 plus 1, black would now trade pawns to develop this chariot. Now if he chose to move c2 plus 2 to link the cannons up, red will still develop his chariot to the riverbank, and both the black cannons will be found along the riverbank. It will appear somewhat passive, and red would have the slight advantage. So black decides to, since red has slowed down his pace, black would step up his attack. p3 plus 1, red is not in a hurry to capture the pawn. Instead, he will counter-sacrifice a pawn. The idea behind this was to fight for the initiative as red tries to control or apply a lot of pressure on this file. Now, by sacrificing the pawn, black's position would be in a disarray. Now, red would be fighting for the initiative at this point in time. e5 plus 7, R9 equals to 8. By sacrificing the pawn, the chariot could now be developed. C2 plus 2, E9 plus 1. Now, it would not be a good idea to play H3 plus 4 at this point, thinking that he could trade material, because black can play C8 plus 1, and now he will command the initiative. For beginners, with this move, black can now play P1 equals to 2 to attack the chariot again, and the red horse will not have any good places to go. And let's say if red retreated, black could always make this move, trade and gain material. So red would be in all sorts of trouble. So R1 plus 5, I8 plus 4, offering a trade of chariots to release some pressure. After trading, the horse is now ready to go. E7 plus 5, black adjusts his formation. H2 plus 4 and A6 plus 5. Now the situation will be evenly split between both colors. Neither color has the obvious upper hand, and it will be considered to be a standoff. So now let us go to variation B. In variation B, red changes his direction of attack and chooses to attack the central file. Now there's only one proper horse that can be moved here. Black makes a prophylactic move, A4 plus 5. Now this is to facilitate development of this chariot with E3 plus 5, R1 equals to 4 later on. Another option would be to play A6 plus 5, which is also viable. Red will now develop his horse in this manner, but black would also be prepared and he will still be in contention. So in the book, A4 plus 5 was discussed. Red will now develop his horse in this manner. This is, as can be seen, this is quite a circuitous route. E3 plus 5. Now this move is made in preparation. If black played R1 equals to 4, red will be prepared to play H7 plus 6. And also, by pushing the chariot to his pawn rank, red would fortify his pawn rank and also prevent black from compressing the space. Seeing that developing R1 equals to 4 was not possible, black would play R1 equals to 2 to develop his chariot, and hoping to add pressure on this chariot also. Now, if he opted for a steadfast undertaking, he could consider playing C8 equals to 4 to offer a trade of chariots. So, red will play R9 equals to 8, and black will play C2 plus 3. Now this is a very powerful tactical combination. With this move, black is prepared to play B3 plus 1 to capture the central pawn to deliver a check and thus capture the red chariot over here. Now if he chose to move H3 plus 2, now this would become quite redundant because the chariot will still not be able to be developed, and red could always play C6 equals to 8 to counter pin and offer a trade of cannons, and red would have the initiative because both his chariots will now be in the open and ready to go. And black would have to, let's say after trading cannons, both the chariots are in the open, red will still have to deal with the issue of the horse, and his left flank will be cramped. Now it will be very obvious that red will now have the initiative. So that is why C2 plus 3 is much better than H3 plus 2. And in preparation for possible counter attack on the central file, red fortifies his defense with A6 plus 5. 7 plus 1, P3 plus 1, and after trading material, both the horses can be developed. Red would have a slightly cramped but playable position, and they will be stuck in a standoff. As now this would lead us to the end of this board. And for a quick revision, in today's board, the first few moves is standard. Red opts for the 5-6 cannons defense, 5-6 cannons offense. Sorry. Now this is to discourage h3+2 because there's c6+3, and black would play c8+2, insisting on making this move instead. Now, two main variations, c6+4 and p5+1. Now c6+4 is a little bit circuitous, and it will lead to a rather drawish position. Now in p5+1, red tries to attack the central file, but again, if black played correctly, he will still have a very playable game. So this is why this 5-6 cannons is not so commonly seen, in games using this opening variation. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.